Back in 2016, when I just started my 7th grade and I went to middle school, I've met a lot of new people. In the class of 35, I was feeling a little bit scared and a little bit overwhelmed because, as a kid, you have all of those thoughts running through your head like, what if I won't fit in? What if I won't find any friends here? Or even, what if I'm just not good enough to be here? So I found my group of friends that I stick to pretty quickly, and it was actually a group of 10 girls that were very popular at that time. And when I got to the group, I was so proud of myself because I thought that I achieved something amazing and that I might be actually good at something. But I was just blindly looking into their popularity, and I didn't care how they were treating other people and me. So my problem was that I was acting like I didn't see the problem. I had to do things that I didn't want to do. I had to go somewhere, I had to buy some stuff, I had to ask somebody for something. I would even give them my money, knowing that I will never get it back. If they made an anti-Semitic joke, I would just pretend that I didn't hear one because just friendship was just more important to me than my feelings and me feeling comfortable around them. It might sound pretty childish to some people, but when you think about that kind of things were happening for 3 years straight, you slowly start to think that something was actually wrong there. So, as I said, it took me 3 years to finally realize that I'm looking for friends and I don't want to be anyone's employee. I saw how toxic their behavior was, and I'm really sure that I'm not the only one who was in that kind of situation, or maybe some of you still are. So let me tell you, how did I get myself back? It's all about this magic moment of realization. Let me explain it better with a story. Imagine you're on a boat and the sea currents are dragging you towards an iceberg. And actually, you have only 2 choices. You can either quit, let go, hit an iceberg and probably die, or take the effort, make him move even if it hurts you so badly, but in the end you recover. Being in toxic friendship is just like hitting an iceberg all over again, and each time you lose a piece of yourself. So now, how many times can you hit an iceberg and still survive? When you let people into your life, it's impossible for them not to affect you. And it can be either in a very, very good, very positive way, or a very negative way. Sometimes it's just good to stop for a moment and ask yourself a question if you're really happy with how other people treat you, and if no, do you think there's a reason that you're being treated that way? I know, it might sound pretty easy, but just realizing and finally seeing a thing won't solve the problem. We actually have to make a decision about what we want to change in our lives, and this is the moment when most people quit. And you might ask why. It's probably because they're too scared to start saying no or stop to other people. Again, why? Because their friends, their closest family members will judge them for their decisions. But you should fight for who you are and understand yourself fully. Look, being confident is not the same as not being scared, but it pushes you to start believing in your own words and beliefs. I am just 17 years old and I'm giving a TED Talk right now, but I'm doing that because I want to be braver and I want to share my story with others, and maybe that might help some people. Society should finally understand that we really don't have to be exactly the same. Be your own authentic self. This is the key. This is the key to finally embrace yourself and have your own feeling first. Because why would you ever let someone doubt your priorities, your beliefs, your love and trust to people? At the end of the day, when you're all by yourself, you don't have to pretend anymore, right? So now, here's the big question for you. Is it really worth it to drag yourself down or to start believing in yourself? Take this one-time painful step forward and look proudly to the future.